Projects. I'm sure when you were in school, you had a bunch of them. I was usually the person that did the projects by myself, to be quite honest with you. Everybody wants a project. Everybody wants someone they can fix, somebody they can organize, someone they can rescue, someone they can drag through their life like they just accepted a psych quest.
A new hand touches the beacon.
I think a lot of people do that because they don't have a lot of direction in their life. So another human being becomes that direction. But then suddenly, your boyfriend needs confidence, your girlfriend needs discipline, this person needs to heal, that person needs motivation, and somebody needs to dress better, somebody needs to get a better job. You need a better job, dude. You need a better job. All right, that's what you need. That's what's going on. Somebody needs to stop drinking. Somebody needs to become more emotionally available. And it's this. And congratulations, now you have purpose. You wake up every morning with objectives. You are fortunately playing The Sims with, unfortunately, a person who has thoughts and emotions. It gives your life texture, makes you feel necessary. That's exactly the part where it gets incredibly dehumanizing, just horribly dehumanizing. You love the sensation of being needed more than you like the person actually next to you, right? Well, that's why we get so obsessed with archetypes instead of people. Oh, you want the emotionally unavailable bad boy, the shy girl who just needs to come out of her shell, the nerd who could be hot if somebody finally dressed him properly, that party girl who needs somebody to settle her down, the tortured artist, the mysterious loner, the struggling musician, the alcoholic and workaholic who just needs to learn love, the single parent who needs rescuing, the sheltered person who needs to experience life, the heartbroken person who needs somebody to prove love exists again. Oh wait, hold up a second. The gym bro who has no emotional vocabulary, he needs help. That awkward gamer who just needs confidence, the rich person who has everything except genuine affection, the person with a terrible dating history, horrible dating history, but who is supposedly waiting for you, soldier boy, you, to finally teach them what real love looks like. We've turned real human beings into character classes. It's so disgusting. Pick your archetype. Select your difficulty class. You want to play on master difficulty, so it proves to other people that you're actually a good person. I think the attraction is literally, I need somebody more incomplete than me so I can stop thinking about everything incomplete inside of myself. I think that I want somebody more broken than I. What a dangerous little psychological bargain you've done with yourself. Maybe you have no clue where your career is going. Maybe you're lonely. Maybe you hate where you live. Maybe you haven't made anything you're proud of in years. Maybe you're terrified that everybody around you is progressing, you're standing still. Suddenly, you need somebody whose problems are louder, so much louder, than all of your problems, all combined, all together. Maybe that's what you need, huh? Maybe that's good. And now, you get relief, and their life becomes the emergency all the time. Oh, you don't have to answer. You don't have to answer at all. What am I doing? You don't have to say that. You don't have to say, oh, what am I doing with my life? Because you're busy answering, how do I save them? Right? Their chaos becomes everything you need in life. It becomes your calendar. Their crisis, that's your hobby. Their potential becomes your investment portfolio. You don't need to actually invest in your own life. That's good. Every improvement they make becomes evidence that you matter because you can point toward them and say, look what I did. I made them. I made them a great person. I did this. Me, I. You know what it reminds me of? Where somebody keeps a person around specifically because comparison makes them feel better about themselves. The old stereotype of the pretty girl and the ugly friend, or the guy who keeps the fat friend around so he can look better standing beside them. You know what I mean? Real friendships don't work on some beauty ranking system and reducing people down to just the ugly friend, the fat friend, all that stuff, pretty friend. Really ridiculous, but the nasty psychology underneath is the stereotype that is going on right now. I need somebody besides me who makes me feel superior. And when you're dating, it can become the relationship version of that. I'm the stable one, I'm the smart one, I'm the attractive one, I'm the responsible one, I'm the emotionally mature one. You know what I mean? You ever see two people who are dating, right? Two people that are dating, and you say, well, he settled her, she settled, and he's dating her out of pity, or she's dating him out of pity. You ever see those things where people are critiquing, judging the relationship? I think one of the people intrinsically know that most of the time. Not all the time. It's very niche cases where it happens, but it happens sometimes because they're like, oh, you got with this horribly broken person. Yeah, but, I'm doing great. She's just looks so much worse besides me. I see it all. It happens so much. Hey, buddy, come closer. If your entire identity inside the relationship requires the other person to remain beneath you, you are doing doing gross work and you are strange. Their growth eventually becomes threatening because they become confident, independent, successful, emotionally secure, and capable of standing alone. Suddenly, you have to ask exactly what your role is anymore. And you feel horrible, don't you, when they actually gain some self-love and independence. You ever see somebody weirdly sabotage the people that want to help for some odd reason? You ever see that weird, odd phenomena? I just want you to believe in yourself. Naruto, believe it. And then the second they start believing in themselves enough to disagree with you, suddenly they're changing. Oh, they're changing. They're changing. You're not the person I manipulated into loving me. This is ridiculous. You want them to get friends, and then, the friends give them advice you didn't like, and you say, hold up a second, that's disgusting. These friends are actually bad for you. You want them to become independent, and when they become independent, they just stop asking permission for things, and now you hate it. You want them to become attractive and confident, and then other people start noticing them, and then you get possessive and jealous. You want them to get a better career, but then they get a career where they're not financially dependent upon you, and then you say, dang, okay, now you're not financially dependent upon me, now you can leave. You wanted them healed enough to make you feel successful. Preferably never hear enough to realize they deserve boundaries. That's what you wanted. You are doing some deep emotional landscaping, and you're mad that they're messing up the island and they're messing up the land, and you just don't want to do that, do ya? You're trimming somebody into a shape that makes your property looks nicer, and you view them as your property is what's going on. A lot of romance media has sullied this completely. We love stories about somebody being transformed through love. The dangerous man becomes gentle for one woman. The emotionally cold woman finally opens up for one special guy. Oh, the loser, the hunchback of Notre Dame gets this crazy makeover. Oh, it's amazing. The troubled person gets rescued. The chaotic person meets somebody stable, and suddenly everything clicks into place. Now, these relationships can be lovely and gorgeous and beautiful because relationships always should inspire growth. But human beings start stealing the structure without understanding the message of it. Love can support somebody through transformation. You cannot order one from Amazon and then assemble it yourself IKEA style. Can't do that. Dating somebody because you see who they could eventually become means you're actually already negotiating with an imaginary version of them. You're falling in love with potential. You are in limerence and you're messing things up. You gotta meet people where they're at, man. You really gotta meet people where they're at. There's this terrifying human desire to be significant, right? Everybody wants evidence that their existence mattered. We want somebody to say, you changed my life. We want to be indispensable. That's what we care about a lot. We want somebody whose entire story has a giant chapter called me. It's me. It's me. I did this whole thing. Without them, I'd be nothing. And there's nothing inherently evil about wanting to matter to somebody. That's incredibly human. That's very human to do so. I'm not faulting you for doing that. There's a big problem, however, when you manufacture dependency so you can feel important. There are healthier ways to create purpose. Make art, build friendships, perhaps volunteer, become excellent at something, raise plants, mentor somebody who actually asks for mentorship, learn an instrument, become the mysterious neighborhood person with 17 cats and this unbelievable tomato garden. Ooh, you could do that. That'd be fun, right? You got purpose. You have options. All right, you got options. Your purpose does not mean finding somebody whose life is on fire so you can magically come in the room with the buckets. I'm the fireman now. I got the fire extinguisher. Aren't you glad that I did this for you? Thank me, praise me, love me. The best relationships should eventually make both people more capable of existing independently, not terrified of what happens if the other person becomes whole. Find somebody whose humanity interests you beyond their usefulness to your ego. Somebody who can surprise you, somebody who can disagree with you, somebody who has dreams you had absolutely nothing to deal with, somebody whose growth makes you excited instead of wildly insecure. And please, 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 I'm begging you, allow yourself some dignity. You do not need to become somebody else's project either. You don't need to see someone staring at you thinking, I could fix them. Excuse me? I'm a human being. Go fix your sink. Love me while I'm growing. Challenge me when I need challenging. Stand beside me when I figure things out. I would do the same for you. We can build something together without either person becoming the building. There's so much, so much more to life than just this. And that is so much more beautiful anyway. Two weird, wacky, strange, unfinished people walking together through life together. Isn't that fun, right? Changing naturally, laughing constantly, occasionally making terrible life decisions, and never confusing the love we have for each other with some strange pharaoh ownership of one another. Isn't that great? Wouldn't that be fun? That'd be awesome. Well, that's the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for checking out my content. Appreciate you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I got a Patreon. It's in the top comment. If you guys want to support me, because I make these one a day videos. Woohoo! It's so fun. Having a great time. And if you ever want to see me in any capacity, I'm at Youmacon. I'll be at Youmacon end of October. It's an anime convention in Detroit. I'm getting the word out that I'm going to be at Youmacon, just letting people know. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for checking me out. I've been me. Hopefully I'm me still. And I'm out. Peace. Bye.
I'm your Nick at night, be my Laurel, slow. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you're free.